They don't even know everything about it, you know?
There's some people in the chat that had it.
Yeah. Yeah, of course there are. I mean, there's been 10 million Americans or more now that have had the disease. So chances are, you know, that's like 1 in 30. Every 1 in 30 people. Is that right, Dan? Did I do the numbers on that?
Roughly, I guess.
Yeah.
I usually assume you do it wrong.
Thank you.
I just assume
Well, I think there's like 340 million
There's
people.
330 million people.
Right.
10 million, or almost 11 million now probably have gotten it.
Yeah.
So that's a little, it's like 1 in every 32. I mean, 33, that's a lot. I mean, that means that with 6,000 people a year.
Someone is saying I've got it right now. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, good luck, man. I wish you.
Sweating?
Yeah, I just chug coffee. That's why.
Great.
Anyway, it was kind of, but like also it was really stressful even just thinking that I had it. So who knows what causes the mental anguish, but the whole thing is just, it's a nightmare.
I feel like my whole life was flashing in front of me when I thought we had it. Because all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, we got a quarantine and then we can't take care of Theodore. I don't know what you're supposed to do.
That was so scary. I'm thinking what to do with him.
And obviously you can't work and who knows how long you're going to have it. And it's like such a scary... Yeah. So
you know,
I don't even care what is the governor saying to do. I'm just gonna take it as seriously as I can. I'm not doing anything.
Oh well, the people with everybody with a fucking operating brain is telling you to cancel all your plans, stay inside. I mean, we're on the verge of another nationwide lockdown here because it's just 150,000 new cases yesterday. It's increasing like by 7% every day exponentially. Meanwhile, you have literal elected officials saying, do not wear a mask. You know, I saw this one QAnon lady from Georgia, a tweet from her today. She said, today we're going to talk about masks with my constituents. Do not wear them. They're a sign of oppression. Be free. It's like, okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
There's a donation saying, I do love Dan. Like... As if someone said otherwise. I don't know.
You love masks? Well, some people look better with masks because, like, their lower part.
No, I do love Dan.
What it you do love Dan? Oh, we weren't debating that.
Yeah.
I love Dan too. Thanks for putting that out there.
It was only $2, so that's.
Fuck you, Dan.
Yeah, because of previous donation.
Kick in a little bit more.
But you know what I say to people that say, I love freedom, so I'm not wearing a mask? You know what's the ultimate form of freedom? Death. Totally free. Forever. Total freedom without bounds. Your spirit will be without bounds in the afterlife.
Are we going to get Teddy Fresh masks at some point? Yes, you are. We just felt at first like everyone was making them, so we kind of felt like we didn't want to get involved in it. But since it seems like this isn't going anywhere anytime soon, we do have some in development right now.
You know, I think it was my mistake. I'm usually the alarmist here. I've been sitting around hitting the alarm bells on COVID for a while, and I go, oh well, by the time we develop this thing, it's going to be gone. Nobody's going to want masks. I was wrong in that one, boy. You know, fuck.
I actually, we did something really cute for it. Like, you know, the bear patch that we put on everything? Yeah. It's going to have a bear patch and the bear has a mask on it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it came out so cute.
That is what's up. So maybe it's good we waited because our other idea wasn't that good. But to be honest, I really missed doing the show for a week. I was kind of depressed. And the news has been really depressing me. I know Joe Biden won, but like the amount of fucking dog shit that I see people saying.
I feel like I'm not experiencing your experience because I'm not on Twitter. And I think that's a real experiment right here.
I gotta get off Twitter.
How we have two different realities right now.
But I find myself so compelled by it because like we have a president who is...
But it's the algorithm driving you crazy. It's like the algorithm sees what you're interested in, and then they show you.
Well, I started following all these accounts.
Oh, great! Well, that's what the algorithm did. It showed you who to follow.
Well, okay. You watch Social Dilemma. You sound like Social Dilemma. No, unfortunately, I did this to myself. I followed all these political accounts.
Algorithm.
But like, I can't. I mean, is this not important? Like, I know should just shut up and
In
wait. But
my
like, is it not important that
opinion-
you have like literal members of the cabinet and senators and people saying that the election was illegitimate and that there was massive fraud when there's no evidence of it? I mean, it's scary. It's fucked up. And I don't think that
It's
I'm sure
scary,
that Joe
but
Biden's
I feel
gonna,
like there's no question he lost, and if they'll need to, they're just gonna drag him out of there. And
I
like,
know he'll become president, but the amount of
That's it.
damage they're doing, it's like they're laying the groundwork, and for 8 years.
they'll be called out on their whatever nonsense, and it will just fade away.
Dude, you have
I think it's like a
40% of
cult.
his.
I think it's like a cult, and when a cult leader all of a sudden gets caught and goes to jail or whatever, it just disappears, and then the people are like, "Oh my God, I don't know how was I brainwashed, but I somehow ended up in that cult."
I hope you're right, but I don't think
That's
you are.
what it is. It's a cult.
I think there's going to be someone who comes around and uses the same strategy as Trump, who's not as orange or corrupt or you know what I mean? Like there's so much obvious things they hate about Trump. But there's someone who come around slicker, and they're already eroding all of our norms and our.
I think
it's
they're gonna try, but I don't
There's
think
so many people that believe that it was a fraud. It's like you could fucking convince them of anything. It's just what anyway. It's just I gotta stop
you watch
thinking about
The
it.
Vow, right? Is everyone watching The Vow? I mean, you just kind of like people end up in a cult, and they don't even know how it happened. And then when
Well-
it ends, they're like, "Oh my God! Like, how did I end up in this shit?"
Yeah, I don't know. I hope you're right, but I don't.
You need to get off of Twitter, and I'm serious.
Well, anyway, that's just what I've been kind of depressed. I've just been kind
You're
of sad
depressed
to see.
about it. It's
Just been kind of
serious.
sad to see senators saying the election's a fraud and shit. Like, it's crazy, but okay. Whatever. They're not killing Jews yet. But stuff like this always ends up bad for Jews somehow.
I kind of had the opposite experience. I kind of enjoyed our COVID scare because I got to just
You
stay
did?
at home and not go to work and
Really?
take it easy.
I was
Watch like 5 seasons of Peaky Blinders.
We're the fucking Peaky Blinders. My name is Billy Kimball. Anyway,
Peaky
guys,
fucking
let's get to the
Blinder.
show. That's just what's been on my mind. But yeah, we missed Frenemies and we missed all these great shit we had planned. That I was very sad about that. But we'll be back next week, same as always, here to slam some Bradberries and get it going. You know what I'm saying? Now, before we start our planned episode, now that I'm done kvetching, as they say. If you head on over to teddyfresh.com, we still have 30 to 50% off the entire website. Here you can see everything that's still in stock, conveniently placed on the homepage for you. Here's the hoodie I'm wearing, big ass chenille hoodie. Boy,
Guess who titled it like that?
what this? Still in stock? Oh, big ass
No.
chenille hoodie. Why, you think it's a bad name?
No, I just think it's funny to hear you say it.
The big ass chenille hoodie? Yeah, it was me. I titled it. I saw a really funny post on the Teddy Fresh subreddit. They go, I saw that Ethan and Hila might have COVID. Is that why my package isn't getting here?
What?
And it had like 30 upvotes. People were like, yeah, that's a good, like, I'm not, you
No.
understand, I'm not fulfilling packages. You see me here on the podcast. When would I be fulfilling packages? The company does not stop operating when we're sick. Thank you, though, for your concern. Today's episode, today's episode is sponsored by Roman and Harry's Razor. All right. How's everybody doing out there? Hopefully not as concerned. Dan, are you as anxious as me? Because I know you're politically active. Ian, too.
Not as anxious. I mean, I certainly am, annoyed and perturbed by all the people saying the election's being stolen or whatever. But I don't know. The people that are all saying this, they're all political figures that it is important, but they're not really the ones that are going to even decide the election. You know what I mean?
I'm not worried he's going to lose. I'm worried about
Right.
the corrupt, the
it's certainly
eroding of the
damaging.
institutions.
I mean, I'll give you a stat. I pulled it. I saw this yesterday, and I pulled it up. They did a poll of like who's buying this whole narrative that the election's a fraud or whatever. And as of now, only 3% of Americans
No
think that